Chelsea leader at the Stafford Bridge this evening. One goal to Norton. And their match against Burnley, Aston Villa, Leeds United, the goalless for now. And we also have Brentford playing against Brighton. It's also goalless later tonight. So we have the game between Manchester City and Newcastle United that can actually point us to where the title will go at the end of today. West Ham United against AFC Bournemouth is before that game by 6:30. We are here for Box 18 on 94.5 Urban Radio. 8 minutes gone past 4. Good evening to you. Not single Premier League matches today, but we have games from last night, which we're going to discuss. A lot happened during the week. We had a drama from Real Madrid Benfica. We had that of Crystal Palace coaches saying that they should remember where they were when he joined the club, and of course Bukayo Saka signed a bump deal to stay peak of his years at Arsenal, a 5-year deal worth over £300,000 per week. A lot to talk about in the world of sport, and we have the coach of the Super Eagles also making different requests to stay back because he's now top shot, and a lot of clubs are looking towards that direction. And so also we have countries trying to get his service. Good evening to you once again, and Victor joins on the show after pulling a hamstring injury for 2 weeks, like that of Diego Costa, which back then in Chelsea, was back on the show today. Good evening to you, Victor. How do you feel?
I feel good. It feels good to be back here. I mean, sport is life, so it's always good to be here to talk sports. And I'm most excited about what Como is currently doing to Juventus right now. They're leading by a goal to nil, and I just want to see where that goes at the end of the season for them. So I'm excited to be here, and good evening, everyone at home.
Yes, you'll be extra excited if you have a Magaya to defend.
Yes,
actually. In front.
Actually, you know, when Master made those sign in doing the general transfer, when the people are saying, yeah, it's because we have, it's not because the money is there, it's because we have vision at this particular club. If there is something lacking in your club, you spend the money and you get it. Don't care what people are saying. And right now, we are seeing the results. Do you realize that right now, if Master wins all their games,
you win the Premier
they win the Premier League?
Yes,
that's the
I don't
result.
need to realize it is what it is.
That is the result of buying Gay and Semenyo in January.
Do you think that will happen?
It will happen.
You win all your games.
It will happen. I've changed my mind now. It will happen.
So Man City will pick it.
Man City will win.
So
the
you
league.
believe all the way since I told you that Manchester City will win it.
Now I believe you. Sorry I doubted you, but now now I believe.
All right. From last night we had games. One game in Spain, in Germany also, and also in Italy. In Spain, Athletic Club defeated Elche 2-1. We had 2 goals in that game. Cruzeta scored a brace. He scored the first goal of the game in the 64th minute. The games came quite late, and then there was Andres Silva who scored a penalty in the 69th minute before Cruzeta ensured that they win that game. He scored a penalty in the 89th minute to give them joy and all 3 points in that particular match. Okay, so that ended with a victory for Athletic Club. No one would have expected something less in that particular match. All right, for the other game that played yesterday, we had a game between Mainz 05 and Hamburger SV. Played a 1-1 draw. Yes, the first goal was scored by Amiri. He scored in the 42nd minute before Fabio Vieira. He scored in the 64th minute. He scored in the 64th minute, and yes, that game ended in a 1-1 draw. For the other game that we also have to visit, we look at the game that happened. Sassuolo were just too wicked against Hellas Verona, punished them by scoring 3, and Hellas Verona could not reply at all. The first goal was by Pinamonti in the 40th minute. Berardi missed a penalty in the 43rd minute, but converted the rebound for the second goal of the game, and completed his brace in the 62nd minute. 3 goals to nothing. Musrati got a red card in the 85th minute for Hellas Verona, so that ended badly for them. They were beaten 3 goals to nothing. Right, for France, more woes for Marseille. They were beaten by Brest. That game ended 2 goals to nothing, and it was Ajoku that scored in the 10th and 29th minute. And for Mason Greenwood, who could have fought so bad for a fight back for his team, missed a penalty in the 82nd minute, and yes, that was quite difficult to accept. So that game ended in a 2-goal win for Brest in the game. And during the week also, just by the side, have Anthony missed the penalty Yes, means I think that should be his first penalty miss.
Yeah, it's usually unlike him. He's always very, very clinical in front of goal, and even more clinical when it comes to penalties. So yeah, but then it's football. Even the ones that we call the greatest of all times, that we always thought of the goats, that's Ronaldo and Messi. It happens.
Even Salah,
Even Salah on the even Cole
even
Palmer at a particular
Haaland,
point.
even
Even
Haaland,
yes, even
Mbappe. When he first got to Real Madrid, he missed two penalties.
so it happens. It happened. But the best thing about him is that his mentality is strong. I know that he'll bounce back definitely. Definitely.
All right, for games that lined up for today in the MPFL, we have two games going on. Warri Wolves are playing a Draw against Barrow FC. Vicky Tourist against Remo Stars. Also, 8 minute gone. We don't expect anything from Remo Stars, but relegation this season, so that's quite sad. That's
Very
our
sad,
expectation for them. All right, in the Spanish La Liga was drama between Real Sociedad and Real Oviedo. Oviedo scored three against Real Sociedad, and quite sad they couldn't get out 3 points in that game. If Oviedo gets three goals against you, you must be a very bad team. In fact, they scored the first two goals to Vinas. He scored in the 58th and 52nd minute. Oscarson got one back for Real Sociedad in the 64th minute, and yeah, we had Haleta got another goal and equalized late in the game in the 87th minute, and just when the Oviedo were tired of of leading at that point, Oscarson got one again. They were leading in the 90th minute, and they went to bed. Santi Cazorla. Yeah, so this one will also be one of the memorable assists for him. Yes, assisted Bailey to score in the 92nd minute, so they get a 3-3 draw away from home. The results that we got yesterday from for today from Real Sociedad. All right, also looking at Real Betis against Raval Vallecano by 4:15. Osasuna at home to Real Madrid. That game is set for 6:30 today. Osasuna versus Real Madrid 6:30 today. Yes, something that you don't want to miss. Atletico Madrid against Espanyol is by 9 p.m. I can't guarantee a victory for this. So if you're listening to this show to stake your bets, don't do it. Atletico Madrid have not won their last two La Liga games. So against Espanyol today, I don't know if it's going to be different, or maybe they'll be able to channel a lot of concentration into this particular match. Right in the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich leading 2 goals to nothing. Pavlovic scored in the 60th minute, and the inevitable Thanos himself, Harry Kane, scored in the 20th minute. Is leading the goal scoring chart in Europe right now. FC Cologne and Offenham playing a 1-1 draw. The game is getting close to halftime right now. It's 1-1 between FC Cologne and Offenham. So you look at the goal scorers in the game. First goal was scored by Aki in the 15th minute. Then there was an equalizer just about now. So we are still waiting for confirmation on who got Dago for FC Cologne in the game. Alright, we also look at the game between Union Berlin and Bayer Leverkusen. Bayer Leverkusen are down 1 goal to nothing to Union Berlin. Yes, that goal was scored to Kedira. I scored in the 20th minute for them, and Wolfsburg are also leading against Augsburg right now, 1 goal to nothing. And Wolfsburg got that goal in the 45th minute of football now. We're waiting for the end of the first half, but for Wolfsburg, the goal was scored in the 41st minute by Gerhardt. Yes, 1 goal to nothing. RB Leipzig, Borussia Dortmund. It's usually a game of so many talented players waiting to become superstars, and we wait to see if Borussia Dortmund can keep up the pace in the German Bundesliga against that of Bayern Munich. 6 points if they win against RB Leipzig. They've been one of the most informed team in Europe this year, Borussia Dortmund. They've not lost in about 16 matches, and they've also been keeping clean sheets. So when you think that Bayern Munich are running away with the title, if at the end of today Borussia Dortmund picks the win, maintains the 6 points, can we experience late drama in the German Bundesliga?
Well, prior to this time, we've always known that in the German Bundesliga, it has always been majorly between Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund. So it's not surprising to see them putting up a fight. But a 6 points gap between Dortmund and Bayern is a whole lot of points, considering the strength of the league. Now, I'm not trying to talk down all the other teams in the Bundesliga. Yes, they're playing well, they're doing well. But we all know that Bayern Munich they dominate this particular league, that's the Bundesliga. So yes, I like the fact that they are trying to put up a fight. At least we have something to talk about from that league. But I don't see the gap closing so much that it will cause Bayern Munich to lose the league. So I say expect Bayern Munich to finish the season as champions of the Bundesliga.
All right, as it stands in the Bundesliga right now, we have Bayern Munich with 60 points, waiting for Borussia Dortmund's match. But for now, it's a 9-point gap between Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. FC Hoffenheim are far off. They have 46 points. In third position, we have VfB Stuttgart with 42 points. In the fourth position, Leverkusen, who became popular recently again after past years of popularity. They sixth on the table. Down the table, FC Arnhem with 13 points, set to relegate like a new signing. We have St. Pauli with 17 points also, and Werder Bremen 19 points in the 16th place. We will not love that Werder Bremen, relegates. Is a team that at some points they were doing well also in the German Bundesliga. All right, for Juventus, they are down one to go to nothing to Como, a team that we've fallen in love. Fabregas, yes, when you talk about footballers, cross-nation footballers, Fabregas played in the Premier League, played with Barcelona. When you play in those two top popular clubs, play for Chelsea, play for Arsenal, play for Barcelona, definitely you will become an historic player. And that's it, Fabregas. His team Como, and leading it was Voda that scored for them. He scored in the 12th minute. Their last game, two matches. They struggled in the last two matches. They couldn't win their last match at home also. So we're hoping to see them get a 3-point. But if they get 3 points against Juventus, how significant would that be for them?
Well, I actually think that we might not really appreciate what Como is doing right now until probably the end of the season, maybe in like a year or 2 years' time. We might not really appreciate what they're doing right now. Because right now, with the lead that they have over Juventus right now, they are just a point behind Juventus. Juventus right now are on 46 points and they are on 45. That's if the result ends the way it is or they get the 3 points. And within the week, they were actually ahead of AC Milan, and AC Milan had to crawl back to get a draw in that particular game. Just goes to show you the mentality that this team has. They are not playing like a team that is just coming back to the league. They are not playing like that. They are playing like a team that knows what they want and they are gunning for it. So I love the fact that they are playing beautiful football, and like you said, they have a manager that has experienced the best of football across different leagues. One of the best midfielders that has ever graced the Premier League. Some will argue against it, but I can tell you with my full chest, one of the best Premier League midfielders we've seen in the history of the EPL. So he's just bringing that same mentality into his team, and then with them having Thierry Henry as part of the ownership, it just says a lot about the quality that this team has, both on the pitch, both on the pitch and off the pitch. And I'm just so happy that the players are replicating these backroom structures, and we're seeing the results on the pitch.
All right, yes, I like that angle that you came in from, backroom structure. People that knows football, understand football. Now for Sex Fabregas, yeah, he also mentioned it because it looks like the next level kind of coach. Now you look at Sex Fabregas, he worked under Antonio Conte, worked under Arsene Wenger, worked under Pep Guardiola. When you watch, and of course, there is a national team coach, Luis, is he Aragonese?
The one that won the World Cup.
Is it
the boss? The one that won the
World Cup and the Euros, won 2 Euros and 1 World. Yes, he was part of that team. And you look at the era when
Vicente Del Bosque.
When he played football, when you had the likes of David Silva, David, the other David, the striker that also moved forward, David Villa, Fernando Torres. You look at the prime midfielders, you look at the level of success that they achieved then. There's no way when you see Fabregas, you see winning mentality.
Yes, of course.
In him. And you also look at the kind of coaches he worked with. Arsene Wenger, Antonio Conte, we know the aggression. Pep Guardiola, of course,
beautiful play, ball control. Yes.
So this he has been able to bring into the Como side, and it is not a fluke that is doing well with Como?
I think I also need to add this, that the fact that he wasn't just an average player when he was playing football. He wasn't.
It was a
In
supreme
supreme
player.
player.
Yeah.
For all these coaches that you've mentioned that he played for, he was the key man in the midfield for them, for all of them, bar none. So I think the quality of the kind of ball that he play, and the truth is this: you can only give what you have. That's the truth. If you look at all the this recent crop of coaches that we have, the Vincent Companies, the Alonso's, the Artetas, the this guy that just Maresca, all these guys, when in their playing days, when they were on the pitch of play, you will realize that the people that they worked with growing up will always have an influence on the way that they coach. And I just right now I wouldn't want Cesc Fabregas to leave Como right now, because I wouldn't want what happened to Xabi Alonso to happen to him. I can assure you that most top clubs will have vacancies this particular transfer window that's about to come up. Most clubs will have. There are so many clubs that want to change coaches, so many coaches that want to leave. But I would desire, it's not that I even have a say over it, but I would strongly desire that he stays at Como. Let's see what he can do with this particular club. Even if he cannot qualify for the Champions League, qualify for the Europa League. Let's see what he can do there.
Yes, that's a beautiful one for Cesc Fabregas. Let the structure, let the project in Como mature before he leaves.
Yes.
Let's see the best that he can do for Como, because every top club, including Manchester City, are looking at Fabregas now.
Yes.
Because with the sacking of Maresca at Chelsea, was supposed to be the one to go to Manchester City. I think that's a little dent.
Yes.
That doesn't matter, because Bayern Munich saw Vincent's company took Burnley to relegation
and
still so they look at different things and the opportunities that are available for you. All right, for Cagliari against Lazio tonight, the game is by 8:45. Before that match, we have Lecce against Inter Milan. So now Lecce will take on Inter Milan. Inter Milan are leading the Italian Serie A table with 61 points. I don't see any team that will challenge them. Napoli, with Lukaku getting injured and few other players, they falling short. They are behind AC Milan. AC Milan with 54 points. AS Roma with 47 points in fourth. Juventus with 46 points in fifth, and Como that we talked about, and Atalanta behind. Now, Inter Milan are the team on top of the Italian Serie A table, and they were beaten by Bodo Glimt. They were beaten at the San Siro by Arsenal. They were made to look so bad. They made Arsenal look extremely good. So good that they lost their. Arsenal didn't win their next game. They did not win that game. Yes. So, what does this tell you? What does this tell you about the quality of the Italian Serie A? And before you draw conclusion or draw your sword, Italian Serie A is rated second best in Europe right now, ahead of the Spanish La Liga. So, with Inter Milan leading their table, leading the league, getting to 2 Champions League finals in the last 3 years, and still losing like they did against Bodo Glimt and Arsenal. What does it tell you about the quality in the league?
I think first of all, the coefficient points that Inter Milan has gotten for Serie A has actually helped the rest of the teams. That's one thing we don't usually look at. Okay. The coefficient points that Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool gathered for EPL is what made EPL to have 5 teams qualify for the Champions League automatically. So I think right now, with what is happening to Inter Milan, it's not really too good at the end of the day on Serie A at the moment. But you will also consider the fact that this team, they're a team that has of recent dominated the Serie A. Yes, if there's something I always say, league football and cup football is not the same thing. It's not. The cup football, if you lose a match, you are out. At most, if you're playing home and away, if you lose 2, you are out. But league football, you can always find a way. If you lose,
which one is more difficult for you?
I think the league. I think the league is more difficult because it's a long-term thing. Your mentality needs to be intact. The mentality
Good evening to you. Hello. Yes, your name and location. All right, go ahead. 2 goals now for Kobo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey, this is good. Let's have it. Let's have it. Yes, they are doing well. Yeah. Of course, you do that. Is Inter Milan? Mm. We are not saying they won't win the league. We are not saying, but even in winning the league and you are being beaten by Bodo Glint, they are not.
They are not. They are a long way from their comeback.
No, they are.
They are a long way from their comeback.
They need a lot of investment.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't do that. I'm sorry, don't do that, sir. They don't want the wrath of the ladies in your dreams. You don't want what? Are you not watching the match? They are winning 1-0 against Burnley now.
Do you want convincing victory or you want the 3 points? Choose one.
Convincing victory.
Okay.
Only one goal. You score more in just 28 minutes now. 0916005945. We are active on our lines. Yeah, 0916005945, 0916004945. On WhatsApp 09128945. We are just analyzing the top teams in the different leagues right now. We talked about the Bundesliga earlier. Now talking about Inter Milan with the Italian Serie and no team even coming closer. No team very impressive. Napoli were beaten at home by a new rookie coach. Were beaten at home in the Champions League. You can just think about that for context. You know, you also look at Atalanta's performance so far in the Champions League also. So it's just as if the level of football, the level of competitiveness in the league, the quality of the league, the quality of the players in the Italian Serie A is not as much.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
There was a time that Serie A was the home of the best talents in football.
And there was a time that was the retirement home.
Yes, there was a time that
and
it
is
was like that.
still now
And
of a lot of lone players.
I think the current status of Serie A right now is that's where the upcoming talents, the in quotes more of the average middle class.
We did not perform well in the Premier League.
So we now go to Serie A to see if we can galvanize our career. That's like the place where they are. I remember where great names like the Ronaldinhos, the Crespo, the Mardinis, the Gattusos, the Shevchenko, the Chiellinis. I'm telling you, the Edgar Davids when that was their home. So right now it just seems as if the league, the quality of the league, it just seems that the quality of the league has dropped a bit, and it's reflecting
ahead of the Spanish La Liga.
I think it's because of you won't. You know why I said what I said earlier on about the coefficient points?
Yeah.
It's because of the previous points that they've gathered together. It will get to a particular point where the coefficient points of La Liga will overshadow their own, and then they will move automatically into the second position.
Yeah.
So that one is not something that one club can do. So the entire club in Serie A have a job to do to save their league from going down the drain.
0916005945, 0916004945. This is Box 18 on 94.5 Urban Radio. Chelsea are still leading 1 goal to nothing, and no more has been added. And for Brighton, they are now leading at the Amex Stadium, at the GTEC Stadium, where Arsenal failed to league contenders are still contending with Leeds United on who's going to get the first goal of the game. So it's equalized between the two sides as we speak now. Right, so the game is at halftime in Germany. They are drinking water and trying to relax in Germany. In France, Lens will take on AS Monaco. That game is set for 5 p.m. Then we also have the game between Toulouse and Paris FC. 7 p.m. Paris Saint-Germain against Metz. The game is by 9:05. Yes, we talk about PSG. We talk about them. I saw a story that Ousmane Dembele has been offered to Chelsea. I don't know how true that story is. There's a breakdown in relationship between him and the coach. That's what the story says. I'm going to need to know more if that is true or not, or it's just a Chelsea fan wish for Dembele to be their player who they cannot afford right now with their current structure. All right, so let's go on a short break. By the time we return, Arsenal fans give you a beautiful piece when Bukayo Saka was celebrated at a tribute, a fantastic one to him for being a good ambassador of the game. This is Urban Sport. This is Box 13 on 94.5 Urban Radio.
I became brother fruit bread. I never seen this kind of bread. It's so delicious. I never seen this kind of bread. It's so delicious. If you chop one, you go chop two. If you chop one, you go chop two. Hey, I want to be with that twist. Mommy, please give me some more. Daddy, oh, mommy, oh. Now which kind of bread be this? So tell me, hey, I became brother fruit bread. Bread. Chop one, chop two. We get Big Brother family loaf, rosy bread, Iruka jumbo bread, plus Big Brother fruit bread. Iruka Industries Nigeria Limited, where they produce all this your delicious bread. There for number 6, Iruka Street, besides Army Barrack, Onitsha. You fit green our customer care line for 070-3999-2253. Big Brother fruit bread. Big Brother fruit bread. If you chop one, you go chop two. If you chop one, you go chop two.
For Naija today, too many people they die for nothing because of the mob violence.
Then go say person do bad thing. Before you know, then go gather beat am, wound am, even kill am. Then go put tire for him neck, begin burn am.
All this one, it dey happen without the court o, without say the person he no talk his own side of the story, without the justice. Mob violence no be justice o, na pure killing and a big crime na e be. E dey break a person right to life, e dignity and e fair hearing.
Time don reach for government to take action o. Make dem investigate, carry people go court and protect citizens. Justice no be work for mob. Na wetin the constitution talk say government suppose do.
Make we choose the law, no be violence. Say no to more violence. More violence, no be justice. This message now from Amnesty International Nigeria.
Here we go.
B.
Bukayo Saka. This man embodies Arsenal through and through.
You've inspired me so much, and I believe in you.
He's a role model for all of us.
He personifies Arsenal's morals.
I use him as an example for my kids.
Thank you so much for being such an amazing inspiration for so many young Arsenal fans. Such a positive light.
I really look up to you. He helps children believe in their dreams.
Pure soul.
We love you, Saka. I love you, Saka.
I love him so much.
I said, bro, I love you, bro.
Bukayo just makes you feel like a brother, you know?
You're a great footballer, and I always liked you since I was a little kid.
そういった本当に折れない力、折れない心力、また思い出して生活の中で本当に折れない生活の中で。
It means identity, because his name Bukayo in Yoruba it means add to joy. A little boy, 6 years old, runs around screaming your name.
He is Arsenal. It's like his family.
Special player for a special club.
新しい時代のミスターアーセナルになると心の底から思っています。
You have to work with Bukayo in the city to know how much he means to this club.
Bukayo is just Bukayo. I mean, he's ours.
And we love you, everyone.
We're all proud of you.
We're so proud that you're a Ghana.
We love you, bro.
Thank you so much for everything you do for us. All the best for this season.
Thank you, B.
I just like the guy. I feel like Arsenal too much.
Just like people like
you really say it up. You really say it.
Bukayo Saka, we love you, Bukayo Saka. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Bukayo, we love you!
as a Nigerian people. As a Nigerian, and that was 17 storytelling. You watch videos do of
It's better than I think so far. I was on my least favorite is Africa. I don't do
0916 0005945, 0916 those are the numbers to call to join the conversation. 09128945 Right, so during the week we had we saw the result between Arsenal and what team again? The bottom club was it Wolves? Yes, Arsenal drew 2-2 against Wolves, and they handed over the Premier League title to Manchester City because if Manchester City win all their games, which include the game against Arsenal at the Etihad Stadium, means that they will win the Premier League title, and there's no team better than Manchester City in England when it comes to the run-ins. The last 11 matches of the season, they'll pick more points than you. It's so bad. The last season, they picked more points than Arsenal also last 11 games, even when they were woeful, you know. And see, we had Liverpool win the Premier League title. Coming. Hello? Yes, your name and location. Who is this, please? Yes, now, made they know now. Is that now your son be that? Where have you seen that? Where will Man you win their own match? Which one you? They win all their matches. Yes. When are they
Monday.
playing?
They're playing on Monday. They're playing against Everton on Monday at the Il Dickinson Stadium.
You go stress you. That man go stress you, my guy. Don't worry.
And they're playing against David Moyes.
Okay, I go play you my anthem. It go happen. It go happen by God's grace. That man go stress them.
Normally.
Right, so you know, back to the conversation I was trying to have concerning Arsenal. They've given Manchester City the Premier League title. To me, they are the best when it comes to the run-ins. And for Pep don't mention until November that wait, you don't win the Premier League in November. It's far.
I don't want to laugh.
Very far.
I don't want to laugh.
It will romance Arteta small. Still stuck another. I will call him if we win the Premier League title. Now, we've arrived at that point. Arsenal have most of their players fit.
Yeah.
Though in and out, one can be available today and tomorrow. Now there's a little bit of confusion in terms of who should play, because we know that a typical Premier League winner at the end of the season usually have a player that scored over 20 goals that will actually be the player of the season. PFA, all the individual awards, is contesting and winning most of it. We saw when Foden did his own, and whatever made the lights at the end of the tunnel for Foden closed up and switched up completely. Man City fans will explain to us later. Arsenal don't have a spectacular player in their team. They don't have a talisman in their team. They don't have the closest to the spectacular in that team is Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka, who hasn't posted those numbers this season. Now, I told a lot of Arsenal fans that okay, it's not going to happen for them. In fact, in my post on TikTok and other social media platforms, I said this. I can see clearly. They've bottled 2 games that they were supposed to win. I can see clearly that's not going to happen. But that is not where I'm going. I will welcome Tochukwu on the show first of all. Tochukwu, how are you?
I'm good.
Are you sure you're good?
Very good.
Very fine. So this is my angle. A lot of Chelsea fans started making mockery of Arsenal. And I said, your current structure, you cannot win the Premier League in 5 years.
There is something I said on this show. I mean, right now, you guys should be giving me some extra level of respect on this show, Tochukwu, especially you. And I'll tell you why I said so. I said at a particular point that if you want to win the Premier League, you cannot at any point have Mikel Merino as top scorer. At any point, you cannot have Mikel Merino as your top scorer if you are actually serious about winning the league. I said this. It's
not their top scorer now.
No, I said at the point.
Yeah.
I said at the point. I said this. It was as if maybe I'm trying to form fake humility and all that. I still supported us now to win the league. Right now, I'm no longer so. I'm back to my club now to win the league.
Okay,
but then But then here's the thing, just like you rightfully said, every single team that has won the Premier League, you either have one of a player as the top goal scorer, top assist maker, contending for the PFA award, contending for player of the season. But we've not seen that. You cannot pinpoint one Arsenal player. Yes, I understand that you want to say that, oh, they are playing a team football, another. But then there is always one player that always stands out.
Until the only time we will make a case for that maybe a team does not need an icon, you know. A talisman is if Arsenal wins the Premier League with this current
we have one who have actually been there. Not about goals. If it's about goals, yes. When Chelsea won under 2-4-2-5, it wasn't Drogba that was the highest goal scorer. We had Frank Lampard.
It was the defense. Let me address that.
Understand my point. I didn't say. I also mentioned the closest being Declan Rice and Saka,
yes.
I'm not saying it has to be a number 9.
It doesn't have to be a number 9.
Kevin De Bruyne now is not a number 9.
The season that Leicester won the Premier League, a lot of the praise went to Conte.
Yes.
He went to him.
It didn't go to Vardy and Mahrez.
But then, still in that season, we had a Vardy and a Mahrez that put up great number of goals. For the Chelsea season you're talking about, yes, still now they still the record for considering the least number of goals, 15 goals. The defense won them that particular, but then you will still see a player that put in great number of goals. But for this current Arsenal team, if they still kept up with the defensive record, we'll be like, fine, maybe they want to do another Chelsea.
Easy defense.
But the defense has
but
been
right now,
an
Arsenal that will make you sweat to say shot on target is now conceding 2 goals against Wolves. Against Wolves, after being 2 goals up.
Against Brentford.
Good
evening to you. Hello. And Tochochukwu and Victor. Yes. Victor.
Good evening.
All right, go ahead. No, it's going to take like 20 days. It's not an instant thing that they will decide immediately because we don't have any evidence. They are working on what happened on the pitch. The guy covered his mouth. So if not, that same day you have what he said in clear terms, which we don't have. This issue has happened before, you know. So and then there's a possibility he gets a 10-match ban from UEFA or from FIFA. That's Prestiani, but it's not going to be a decision that is going to so quick. So in the next 15 days, we should be able to have a decision from FIFA or from UEFA. They are playing today, I think by 6:30 or so. All right, go ahead. 0916 005 Are we speaking?
Yeah, good. I know Arsenal. Maybe there was patch of form for this season because it's a wrong time to start caving in. Very, very wrong time. You don't want to start caving in by February when what is his name? Former Man U coach says the league begins by February. You don't want to start caving in. It begins after Christmas. You don't want to start caving in. This is the right time to pick form, like for Manchester City. And I remember the words of Guardiola keeps flashing when the interviewer asked him, when the interviewer said, have you considered that? And he said, with 14 matches to go, concede the Premier League. Those words, immediately as now, that goal went in from Wolves. That was the voice I heard almost very clearly in my ears. The words of Guardiola. Concede with 14 matches to go. And that just is now sounding like a prophet. But let's not take 1 or 2 things away from us now. Gyökeres is just coming in, and apart from that, he's had a decent season for a newcomer. He's had a decent season.
It's had
a decent season.
Sorry to cut in.
It's the magnet that brings other people.
Sorry to cut in.
It's not.
No, defenders go to Gyökeres.
It's not.
Let me come in. To all Arsenal fans, I will say this: stop making an excuse for a player that has underperformed. Victor Gyökeres has underperformed for a player that was putting up the kind of numbers that was putting before he came
in Portugal.
Erling Haaland was putting up almost the same type of numbers when he was in Germany. When he was playing for Strasbourg,
let me tell you this.
He was putting. No,
Gyökeres is having a better first season than Didier Drogba had in Chelsea.
No, wait. I'm trying to make a point here. If they complained that your current system needs a striker to win the league, and you look outside, you see a player that's putting up 50-something goals in a year.
Yes.
For a particular club, and he has done it for 2 years back to back, and then you bring him in, and he's giving you this kind of numbers in a season where we expected you to win the league because other teams are falling off. I mean, it is disappointing. And Alan came.
I'm not saying he couldn't do better, but I'm saying this is not too awful.
Yes,
Drogba,
it is not.
Drogba had a worse
for me.
It's like excuse. First of all, yeah, it's everything you're saying. Yeah, at least since the beginning of the year, he's posted very good numbers than that of Haaland.
Overall,
this year.
Let's
why am I leaving
this year now? We are in a new year.
Why? Haaland went how many games without a goal? Feeding off 2 penalties.
Who has had a fantastic season?
You get Ugo Ekitike.
And Maguire.
And check it, please.
Super slide.
No, it's not a new sign. Rancheki in and out. At the time, he had to wave.
But his impact is still failed.
Is he the impact in the last 1 month of Semenyo? Oh, you can't speak.
No, come again. I didn't hear.
Is he his impact in the last 1 month or Semenyo or Man City?
It's Semenyo.
Okay.
So that's just what I want to say.
It's in the last
so
1 month.
what I'm saying is, yeah, it's still back to that conversation. But my conversation was not about Arsenal or Manchester City. Because we've seen this before, time after time.
Okay, Botu FC.
No, it's not Botu. I'm saying that the current structure.
Don't go there.
I think I will tell you it is not in his vocabulary.
Okay.
I'm talking about the current structure for Chelsea cannot win them the Premier League, even if they try in 5 years.
That's this current structure, yes. Because to win the Premier League, you need at least a winner from somewhere. Somebody who has won trophies, club trophies somewhere. Go check the stats. Is it when what Liverpool?
But someone who has won trophy is not the structure.
No.
Understand what I mean by the structure?
They can steal it by the club of the neck.
Structure. I'm talking about the company called Chelsea
Administration.
Football Club. The structure, the way they are doing things.
Yeah, how would you win the trophy with the youngest team in the whole of EPL? We'll be last born. We agree.
Tochukwu.
It's an under 20 team.
Tochukwu, let me say something.
You don't win the World Cup with under 20.
Tochukwu, I always say something. It's becoming like my regular quote. This current Chelsea squad is built for cup games. It's not built for the league.
0916005945.
I agree.
You disagree? You
I
can
agree.
call us now. That's what I'm saying.
I agree.
0916004945. Those are the numbers to call to be part of the conversation. Juventus are still, they will definitely lose this game. Como are still leading 2 goals to nothing. 87 minutes of football played as we speak. In the German Bundesliga, still Bayern leading 2 goals to nothing. Eintracht Frankfurt, FC Cologne losing 2 goals to 1. Union Berlin leading against Bayer Leverkusen. Wolfsburg 1-1 against Augsburg. RB Leipzig against Borussia Dortmund by 6:30. That's later tonight. Real Betis are leading against Rayo Vallecano. Cedric Bakambu scored in the 16th minute for them. So it's 1 goal to nothing. Brighton are leading 2 goals to nothing against the team that wants to win the Premier League could not beat. Welbeck has scored the second goal for them in the 46th minute of the first half. So at the GTEC Stadium, they are suffering right now. Brighton is leading against them. At the Villa Park, Leeds United are the forced to get their goal. Anton Stark scored in the 31st minute for Leeds United. So it's 1 goal to nothing with Aston Villa losing as we speak. Right, West Ham United against AFC Bournemouth by 6:30. Newcastle United. Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium against Newcastle United. What are you expecting? What could possibly be the result of that match, Tochukwu?
Manchester City. I believe this time around because they are smelling blood. When a shark starts smelling blood, it will never stop. They should get this in it. Those days when we used to have the likes of Isak for Newcastle to come disturb them, it's over. Manchester City should run them ragged because every time that Manchester City plays, Newcastle, apart from one or two recent times. It's always been Newcastle pushing, maybe balancing possession, making the attack, and Manchester City scoring. But right now, with the threats that they pose in the wing, I mean Semenyo. For me, I don't know, but apart from just football, I like Semenyo personally and Maguire. I just feel these are two players that should be wearing a certain kind of blue squad.
Not to come and be
They-
youth leader.
Just
in your
just
church.
open your mouth and talk fully. Open your mouth, talk out with your full chest.
There should be Chelsea
now
players
you're
that
talking.
are in Manchester City.
Hello? Hello? Yes, good evening to you. You're
Good
welcome.
evening.
No, see, it's men that look like girls now.
Man.
Yes. Tell me. Tell me something. Where did you send to abeg? God abeg. What club is that? They have been supporting for more than 3 months. I've been supporting Manchester City to win the league since the beginning of the season. No. I've been talking about Man City since the beginning of the season that they will win the league.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Talk. They cannot. Can they? Tell me your own. Leave my own alone. Tell me your own. Key what? Keyword.
Kylian Mbappe.
Kylian Mbappe. Nobody is praising us now. Wait, let's think. Wait now. Calm down. See, this is boxing time day for talk.
Yes.
So why did you say Chelsea be a killer squad? What have you seen in that team? Don't organ me. Talk football with me. What have you seen in that team? Rest now. This World Club World Cup where you just dey talk rest now. This team now, this team last season, at some point they were also challenging for the Premier League, Abi.
Yeah.
No
They
be
were
so.
second. They were second.
This season they enter second. Sometimes this season Abi. No be so. I dey come. We dey talk about your club now. See, let me tell you, a club wey don carry second, 3 straight season, they make more money pass you. Just know. Don't worry. If na Club World Cup, use stand for Premier League at the end of the season. Yes, now nobody they argue with you. Okay, Tochukwu. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know that?
Yeah.
If Chelsea had not conceded from winning sides, every time they have led in matches, they would have been topping the league this season.
That's why it's football.
With almost 5 points.
With a game of
And it's that big. We've lost 17 points. No, 19 now from winning positions.
Yeah.
It's appalling. It shows one thing. Chelsea needs, and I'm not just saying a defender, they need a quality centre back that has won. That's why I keep Maguire signing for Man City is a personal attack on Chelsea.
It's good.
No,
It's
they needed. I'm not saying they need a defender. They needed Maguire. It was every part of the graph and
we needed him too now. He chose us.
He was the missing person.
We too, we needed him now.
See, Chelsea just needs
Diaz injured, Guardiola injured.
Centre back complete now, right now, and then we start it. Then we start looking at other parts of the.
But you will not
defense.
buy it.
So you like signing upcoming talents. That's the challenge with Chelsea.
To sell them later.
Like you like upcoming talents. That's just the challenge.
09160005.
It's a buy and sell club.
Back to the conversation. Newcastle United against Man City against Newcastle United. Is it 3 points in the bag?
Yes, 3 points. Guaranteed.
And they are also going to meet
I
in the FA Cup.
have never been this more confident. 3 points in the bag. Like you should get ready for me. From now to the end of the season, get ready for me. guaranteed 3 points.
Get ready with you.
With me, for me, by me. Now, Newcastle, they don't know how to score against Manchester.
Yes. They scored 5 in their Champions League match. Good evening to you.
6.
Yes, your name and location. How are you, man? What's the matter? Talk now.
It's not mine.
See, Sports is a therapeutic show too. Talk your mind. Which club they mess you with frustrated? Chop your bets. Talk now. Okay, Chelsea.
Okay, another.
Okay, yeah, tell me.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tech Bros.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. It's a very dynamic club. Today Okra, tomorrow Egusi, next day 40 row, you know. Another day of Bono. Their owners like to eat different soups.
They like it different.
Oh, arrest you, Banky.
About me, your shirt go tear, your starch, you ain't go beat your starchy shirt. You go tear hamstring, go ACL, Baba me, ACL.
Man City will not win all the, but Arsenal too will not win all their matches. Just so that. Just know that also.
Don't say that. Yeah.
Okay.
So you go allow me Arsenal beat your Chelsea. Now what you talk with that? Yes.
So you donate 3 points.
Thank you, I love it. Thank you very much. You're not well. I know you're not. Something's wrong. Something's wrong with you. Good evening to you.
I like this one. In the London derby.
He wants a London. Wait. See, look at the agenda that wants to agenda now. You want a London. Wait now. You never even talk your name. You just enter conversation. You just open your mouth for conversation in here. Yeah, talk your name. Auntie. And nearly cannot kill a what? Nearly cannot kill a what?
A bottle.
A bottle.
See, Arsenal's biggest problem is facing the London brothers.
I don't think
Arsenal's biggest problem is their mentality.
No. I mean from here. They are facing no.
Are you saying
London brothers?
Are you saying Tottenham will beat them tomorrow?
I'm not saying that. But every season that Arsenal has always bottled.
It is not
those London boys.
It is not. See, if you lose to one club in London, it doesn't mean that was last season. What made them lose? It was Aston Villa.
When Man City is pursuing, it's not just Aston Villa. They also that same last season they lost against Brentford. They didn't get maximum 6 points against Brentford. They had a draw.
4 points.
Yes.
The teams that destroyed them were teams that beat them at home. I think
they had a draw.
Against Everton, they lost all 6 points.
Yes.
Against Everton.
Yes.
It's not the London teams.
No, there was a time they were on top with 4 points. And then they drew against Brentford. And they drew against
4
Brentford.
points is not on top.
This season now, Brentford has collected.
It has collected.
Just
but
continue.
They've collected 4 from Brentford. This
Continue.
It is not the London club. I'll continue to say
the London boys damaged their brothers. when Tottenham were leading.
You are not supposed to go all season
Yes.
unbeaten. This new age Premier
Yeah,
League.
yeah, no,
So you can. They've won more London side. They are the London club with the highest number of victories in London. So don't tell me that it's the London clubs.
No, they have less London derbies.
Wait, is low. See, there are a lot of clubs in London.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So it's easy for you to push that narrative.
Yes.
But it's Wolves in London.
No.
Thank you. Let's go on a short break.
No, that's just why you decided. It's Brentford a London club.
They drew against Brentford, but they got 4 points from Brentford this season.
Yes.
But when they drew against Brentford, the league wasn't in danger.
They still have Chelsea. They have Tottenham.
They can beat Chelsea.
Just be watching what will happen.
So this is my point. At this point now, the league is for Manchester City to lose. And what puts them in that position? Wolves. Wolves is not playing to stay back in the Premier League.
Yes.
They are playing so that they are not being ridiculed.
They
don't want to
spoilers.
have
They don't want to be the worst club.
least number of points.
They don't want to be the worst club.
Yes.
And you play against a team that wants to win the Premier League, leading 2 goals to nothing after 1 hour, and you draw, and you say it's London club. Let's go on the break. We have Manchester United anthem, glory, glory, Manchester United, and Real Madrid anthem. Real Madrid are leading Barcelona with how many points?
I think it's 2 points now. I think it's 2 points.
I know they are leading Barcelona.
Rivers United dropped 2 points in their last game. They take on Eimba tomorrow. What is going to happen in that game? A win for Rivers United or Eimba that trying to put their house in order. Rivers United at home.
And they should. Everybody knows at the back of our mind that the cup is Rivers United to win. They will retain the Nigerian Premier League. They would win it and they would take over. They are the best, whether we like it or not. CAF says that they are the best club in Nigeria. They are number 21.
24 or 31. Is it 21?
Around the first 25 years in Africa. So CAF knows who the best club in Nigeria is, and it's Rivers United. We are just.
But the game against Eimba tomorrow, what I'm looking at, your CAF, whatever CAF knows, is not our business. In the last 5 matches, Eimba have only won once.
Yes.
In the last 5 matches for Rivers United, including the Champions League, they've not seen victory. They've not even seen.
No, including the CAF Champions League.
Yes.
They are playing big boys now.
Whether for the league, for a team that has four games in hand.
Yeah, it's a running already. So they should want to wrap up the league. All continental disturbances, all continental distractions are out of the way right now. Unfortunately, anyway, they should now focus on dealing with those that they have in house and deliver the trophy, snatch it away from Nasarawa and the rest.
And the fact that they are playing at home is
a big factor.
To their own advantage also.
It's a big factor.
So and we all know, whether we admit it or not, there's always something about playing at home in Nigeria. The odds are always mostly in your favor. So I expect Rivers United to come.
Though it might want to sound like a derby because they are close to each other.
Not really. Will I really call it a derby that way?
No, distance. Not being from the same zone. Distance to each other is very, very short. So
okay.
But I believe Rivers United should dust this.
Yes.
They should dust this.
All right, to Alba Rangers, they are playing tomorrow against Katsina United. Do you expect? Because they've been on the rise in recent games, and when you look at Rivers United, when you look at Rangers, currently they're head-to-head. They've been fantastic in the last few matches that they've played. You look at in the last 5 matches, they've won 3. In the last 5 matches, Katsina United have only secured 1 win. And I'm just trying to look at the head-to-head between the two teams. In the MPFL this season, Katsina United were destroyed by Rangers 4 goals to nothing. When Rangers went to Katsina United last season, they got a draw, equalized draw, and so this time around, with the current form of Rangers International, they are currently 2nd place behind the Kurudu City. 2 teams that have had a turnaround in the second half of the season, especially Rangers. I think second half of the season, Rangers has picked more points than any team.
That's what they've always known them for. Second half, they always wake up late and try to snatch it. And this season, they would not snatch it. I believe they would not snatch it, but they would give everybody a good run for their money. Rangers United should be...
Rangers International.
Rangers International, sorry, I always call them. Should be winning. No, they won't lose tomorrow. I don't know if it's a draw or a win, but they would not lose tomorrow. And I don't see Katsina United defeating them at home. It's always... Anytime they go to Katsina, it's always tough. There was a time Katsina beat them 4-3. There was a time they had 0-0 draw. Yeah. So it's always tough. But this particular one, I know Rangers would not lose that match. They need it more. It's their season. Yes.
All right, Real Betis and Real Vallecano, it's 1-1 as we speak. So they are yet to decide who goes in with all 3 points. Check your sleep if you place the bet, because Bayern Munich, they are leading 3 goals to 2 against Eintracht Frankfurt. Something happened in that game. It's 95 minutes of football right now. Bayern Munich are hanging on to see how they can get off 3 points against Eintracht Frankfurt. What happened in the second half of the game? We had Harry Kane scored the 3rd goal for them. They were leading 3 goals to nothing in the 68th minute with Harry Kane's brace. Then Bukhari scored a penalty in the 23rd minute, and Kalimwender, who struggled in the Premier League with Nottingham Forest, scored the 2nd goal for them in the 86th minute. So it's 3 goals to 2. Bayern Munich are leading, and a very close one as they prepare to end the game. Right, for the game between FC Cologne and Alfheim, it's 2-2. Union Berlin still holding on to the lead against Bayern Leverkusen. A rush of goals between Wolfsburg and Augsburg. Augsburg leading 3 goals to 2 as we speak now. Right, RB Leipzig against Borussia Dortmund is by 6:30 tonight. Hopefully, RB Leipzig Leipzig will bow to Dortmund. We want to have a proper contest to the end of the season in the German Bundesliga, and Borussia Dortmund are good enough to serve us that.
Yes.
Right before I go into the games for tomorrow, the Champions League match between Real Madrid and Benfica. You saw what happened in that game. Even if you missed that night, the following day we saw all the questionable, especially now, Mourinho's speech after the game post-match press conference, and saying that Vinicius Jr. should have celebrated respectfully in front of the fans after scoring that beautiful goal. Then Bresciani, you know, also. Now my question is, because it hits differently when you are being racially abused by a player.
Yes.
Different from mad fans,
yes.
You know, by a player
who should know better.
Who knows better. So if that's what happened, it's an intentional act. And we also know about, even though it's not well publicized, it's not well spoken of, that Argentines are racist. We know something that you have a black man there, as against Brazil. So how should UEFA and FIFA cope? We know it cannot totally be taken off football. It's like yin yang, the good and the bad. But what's the best that FIFA can do and UEFA?
First, many people said Mourinho's statement was out of way, but I have followed Mourinho, and every comment they've talked about him, he's not been quiet when it comes to racial comments.
Racism.
Yes, Mourinho is a black in the heart but a white in the face. Okay. There will never be a day a black man will say Mourinho is a racist. I'm still waiting for that day. Mourinho is so close to the black that Essien calls him dad. Even Drogba calls him dad. If Mourinho were to walk to your own village with you, more people will hail him than you, because he's popular, madly popular and loved by the blacks. So maybe he was taken out of context. I will never. I will never. No. See, I will never be in a studio.
Before I allow you to continue,
yes.
Did you listen to the post-match press conference?
Yes, saying that.
Did you listen to everything?
At least I will listen to Mourinho.
Everything.
No, Mourinho. Just Mourinho.
So that you will not say it was taken out of context. That's why. So we can visit this issue next week Saturday.
Yes.
So that you can do and listen to everything.
Yes.
Did you listen to it?
Mourinho is not.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I wouldn't want to delve into who said what, who didn't say anything. I will look at the whole issue holistically. You know, there was, I think about 5 years ago, about 5 years ago, we started taking a knee before games started. Yes, and all that. Football is a beautiful language that should unite the world. But the truth is that we always have people amongst us that we always want to spoil it for us. I love the game of football, but getting to hear news like this, watching that game, I mean, let me watch the game and not have to think about what somebody said today, who abused who and all that. Yeah, I know that before now, Vinicius Jr. has been a target for most of these racial issues. There was a time it was against Valencia and all that, and then they had to apologize and all that. But you asked what I want UEFA or FIFA to do about this, is to take their time and address this particular issue. I think it was yesterday evening when the player involved that said the word. I actually acknowledge the fact that he said something, but he said that it wasn't a racial abuse.
But
he said something else. If it's short for you, why didn't you open your mouth and say it? Yes, adrenaline can fly off and then it can board.
Can make you close your
No. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. You can play with your emotions and all that, but then your emotions. You are a football player. You know what it takes, and the very fact that you are not playing in your own country, you are playing in another country. You are an Argentine. You are playing in Benfica in Portugal. So you should respect people, respect human beings first, respect your co-footballers, not even as footballers first, but as human beings as human beings first. So it's always whether some I don't want to know who is right or not. Like we said, next week we'll look at it all over again. But right now, I don't like the way it make me feel because of the fact that I love football. I just want football to be pure and free of all these things.
You see, is there a way to really get what the player said? Because players learned to start covering them out. It was something around the 2-9-2-10 incidents, I remember. Then Mido, there was an incident that involved, even in Africa, there was an incident that involved Mido about a donkey and all that. Then immediately after that, even when you see Nigerian players discuss, even at the AFCON, with themselves, they cover the mouth. So it's always almost impossible to get.
Cover your mouth to speak like
yeah,
this.
to get what the player
But
said.
what he did,
this
is what he did.
Yeah.
But this is what he did.
He pulled his shirt and covered his mouth.
Mbappe was close.
Okay.
Vinicius did. If you watch
the match, he pulled his shirt like this.
Will there ever be a way to get what he said? Because players are not mic'd. If the referee was closer to him, you know, the referee is mic'd. Referees in at least in Italian
so I say
mic'd.
that players should start wearing mics now.
No, I'm not saying that. I want everything investigated.
Yes, I understand.
If it means retiring a player, I want it.
If we spoken to her, they would have. Okay. Chelsea has a red card, by the way. Say Fofana.
Yeah.
You know, they would of course been able to read his lips.
Yes.
They'll be able to get that.
Yes.
It has happened before, a situation whereby the player also covered his mouth and they still got a damage, man. I've forgotten how the player. Because Prestiani or what they call him has no reason.
Yeah, no reason at all.
I'm not happy about it.
No reason.
I'm just trying to get Vincent Company, because Vincent Company had a 10-minute interview against Mourinho concerning Mourinho's stand. And yes, you're saying Mourinho has never been racist, but Mourinho in the heat of the moment,
maybe it's a new one.
In the heat of the moment, he said that he shouldn't have celebrated like that. That's you like choosing a side almost immediately. I understand that he is the coach of Benfica. Benfica also came out of the club to support the player.
Mourinho is married to a black.
To support. That's not the point.
No. What
even
I'm saying,
if he's even
what
if
I'm
he's
saying
racist,
is,
even if he's not racist,
I don't know him with that.
What he said
relate to
now, if you listen to Jamie Carragher, he said concerning the issue with Suarez and Evra, he said he had to apologize and the club had to apologize later because they took what's his name? They took his side when that issue happened.
Okay.
That when Suarez,
yes,
they said Liverpool took his side immediately.
Wow.
Yes, and they had to apologize later.
When issues like this happen, I always think that the karma head should be implemented. You just finish the game and something as serious as you talk about the game. Okay, talk about the game. You can talk about it, just gloss over it. Don't pick sides.
When that kind of issue happens,
too early.
When that kind of issue happens, a Mourinho needs to pick a side. He's the coach, he's the host coach, and he's an icon of football. Yes, Pep, Ferguson.
He's the most popular in Africa
icons,
here, at least.
I'm not limiting it to Africa.
Yes.
Two icons of football that we know, that they took it beyond the pitch.
Yes.
Mourinho and Arsene Wenger.
Yes.
So you cannot expect Arsene Wenger not to minute on that kind of issue.
Yeah.
That's what Oli was saying, that top players need to speak out about issues like that. That's the point. So you can't expect Mourinho to keep quiet. He needs to choose a side. And it's not about side when it comes to racism.
Yeah, you don't take side.
It's not about
you side the truth.
It is not about side. It shouldn't have said it that, first thing they said was they shouldn't have celebrated that way when something had happened. It's just like a rape case, for example, and you tell the lady, why did you dress like that?
No.
0916005945, 0916004945. This is Block 13 on 94.5 Urban Radio, and yes, we're also streaming live on YouTube, Urban Radio 945, where you get to watch us. There is a North London derby coming up this weekend, and that game is tomorrow. It can decide. Maybe Arsenal still stand a chance at winning
the Premier League or not. And this game is going to be at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham with over 13 key players out injured. They brought in Tudor, who is fantastic in his fourth season. Half the season is the coach for you, Tudor. And there is an Arteta and his team that they've underperformed the last two matches, and expecting things to happen for the team to see if they can continue to maintain their top position in the Premier League. And the North London derby is this weekend, according to Tochochukwu. London clubs have not allowed Arsenal dominance and Arsenal to win the Premier League. Let's hear from the new coach of Tottenham, Tudor. But this will be after this call. Good evening to you. Yes, your name and location. Enjoy. Thank you very much. You cannot go scot-free. It's not possible. You can't. There's no place in the world. That kind of issue had happened in the past, and the guy got 10-match ban. Let's get it from Igor Tudor. He's the new coach of Tottenham, and yes, this is talking about taking up that job and the ambition at the club.
Because I'm here not to enjoy. I'm here to work. So enjoying is just
you see the contest, the
first
argument
moment.
On social media
Work to do,
when Pepsi
nice privilege to be here, as I said before, to this fantastic club. Also very focused, very concentrated to do the right things. But this club.
Best passer of the ball. Messi or Kevin.
His team needs. So
Messi
I'm focused on that. I'm not taking too much about it.
Don't do it.
How are you going to explain?
Hold on first.
See, I've been watching Best of Kevin for like 1 month.
Don't be sick. Waste of. If you're watching Best of Messi, go and watch Best of Messi and don't watch the goals.
Let me give you context. So that we'll be on
this case even
when we
bigger
talk about
challenge.
the pass of the ball, I know, yes,
To succeed,
Kevin De Bruyne, he knows how to assess. There is nothing that
13
Kevin
will
De
have
Bruyne can
for
do with the
sure,
ball
and
that Messi cannot do it 10 times
quite
better,
enough.
or did not do it 10 times better.
Don't argue. Go and watch Best of. See, Baba. See, wait now.
Leave the end product, leave the goals.
Tochochukwu, go and watch
No.
Best of Messi without the goal.
Without the goals.
The assist.
course.
Does he have more assists than Messi?
This game
Are you
is,
joking? Do you know Messi? Go and watch last World Cup.
on derby.
At all.
Go and watch last
He
World
doesn't
Cup.
have.
Go and watch last World Cup for passing of the
Both
ball.
us,
Watch the match against Netherlands.
this
Are you joking?
Not even Netherlands.
Hey!
Abeg.
goal.
Respect yourself,
Abeg,
oh.
abeg,
You don't come this show
abeg,
again.
abeg,
Croatia.
abeg.
No, I remember Croatia.
0916005945. Let's also hear from Mikel Arteta, play around how they're going to play tomorrow against Spurs.
With them, the way I communicate with them, the way I try to support them and make them feel that that I'm here, that we are all here. It's not that I love them, we love them, because it's impossible not to. I mean, when you are 10 minutes in that dressing room, in and around the building, and you interact with them, it is impossible not to believe, even if you try hard.
This is who they are comparing him against.
This time I haven't done. I can't remember which. No. Well, I think I always when we haven't been our standards, I take full responsibility for that. I don't think I have ever pointed a single player here. We were never standards, which is normal. When we play one against that, we play as well. But because there is any critics or anyone responsible, that's no, it's not that I try to give them. I think that's what they need. They need the truth. So they need, there is a really important diagram, is the level of support and demands that you put. You want to put the demands really, really, really high. And the support
which goals he scored? Which goals he scored? Messi scored in every round.
Because they know
most of them were penalties.
Is he a goal?